Hello, this is Shiva. I'm creating this video to request for two authorization scopes for our existing Google Workspace Marketplace production app. The name of the project is HYCU Google Workspace. The associated project ID is apt-trainer-374311, and the associated project number is 492373126676. And the app itself is a web app, and the app ID is 492373126676. And the authorization scopes that we are making a request for are as follows. The first one is the admin.directory.org unit.read-only. The second authorization scope would be admin.directory.group.read-only. Now, before I get into the details on why we are making a request for these two authorization scopes, I believe it would make sense if I can do a quick demo of what our product does. So HYCU for Google Workspace provides backup and recovery for Google Workspace users. This includes backup of your Google Gmail. It includes backup of your G Drive, Share Drive, contacts, calendars, and tasks. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to do a quick demo of an onboarding process for a new Google Workspace user. So in order for me to do that, let me just switch my screen. So this is basically the login portal for our Google Workspace users once they decide to use our solution to protect their Google Workspace assets. So what I'm going to do here is I'm basically going to go through a simple onboarding process for a new Google Workspace user. So when I click on Add Backup, this will basically be the first time a Google Workspace user will be discovering their Google Workspace tenant within our solution. So I'm going to say sign into Google Workspace. Now, before I add the Google Workspace account onto the solution, I need to add this app onto the Google Workspace from the Google Workspace Marketplace for this specific account. So, and this is the app that we were referring to, the HYCU Protege for Google Workspace. So I'm going to install this app. And as you can see, this is basically making use of the existing permissions that we already have acquired on for this specific app. And I'm going to agree and click on finish. And by doing this, now our solution will basically be able to connect to this Google Workspace account through our app. So just switch back. All right, so let me just go back to my HYCU application and let me sign in. And as you can see, I was able to sign in successfully onto my Google Workspace using my HYCU for Google Workspace solution. And now our solution is basically discovering all of the users. And here we will be able to basically select these users to perform backups of their emails or OneDrive, emails or Google's G Drive or Shared Drive, contacts, calendars, and tasks. Now, in addition to this discovery, we also have introduced a filtering capability. Now, and this basically allows us to filter by groups or filter by organizational units. So if you basically have users assigned to a specific group or a specific organizational unit, we can filter down the selection of those users to a specific group or to a specific organizational unit. And from there, the customer can basically back up a specific set of groups or a specific set of OUs assigned to and users assigned to them, basically. So this is basically an additional filtering feature that we are offering to our Google Workspace users, and that is the reason why we are making a request for those two authorization scopes. So let me just get back to the API calls that we would be making use of to enable this specific set feature. So let me just switch screens. Now, as you can see, the API calls that we would be making use of are as follows. The first one would be the arg units list API call. This would be the one that would be used to filter users by arg units. The second set of API calls that we would be making use of is the groups list. Uh, and the third API call that we will be making use of is the member list that would help us to list members within the group. And the scopes that we would be in requirement would be as follows, which would be the admin.directory.argunit.read only and the admin.directory.group.read only for groups list and the admin.directory.group.read only, which is pretty much similar to the groups list, the admin.directory.group read only. So as you can see, the scopes that we are requesting for are extremely minimal in permission. We are only requesting for read-only permissions because we are only using this for filtering and nothing else. So there you go. At the end of this video, I also wanted to point out that we will be providing access to this demo environment too, so that you can log into our solution and see how our solution basically is used to perform backups or restores and how this filtering capability is also used. So I hope this video was helpful. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach us back and we'll be more than reach us out and we'll be more than happy to answer any questions we can. Thank you.